Hi, hello, welcome back to Mayday Media. Got another little story for you I wanted to do. Two-thirds of babies watch screens, some for 8 hours a day. Now that is, I think, probably not a good thing. I do gotta go. Is that not a little cutie? I mean, look at that. I don't have any kids, but boy, if that one was calling me dad, I'd be pretty proud. Isn't that cute? My goodness. Okay, let's read through this. And here's what these little cute kids have to deal with. And, is it the parents' fault? Is it society's fault? Is it everybody's fault? Is it the J's fault? I don't know. A report finds a third of newborns who use devices for more than 3 hours despite government advice that under twos have no screen time at all. A report finds that two-thirds of newborns use devices more than 3 hours. Newborns. Newborns. Okay, more than two-thirds of babies under 2 use screens, a report has found, and some are exposed for up to 8 hours a day. Nearly a third of newborns are found to be watching screens for more than 3 hours a day, while almost 20% of infants of 4 to 11 months use screens for more than an hour a day. That's still too much. Shouldn't they be playing with dolls and G.I. Joe and stuff? The report comes after the government issues guidance that children under 2 do not use screens at all, apart from communal activities such as video calling relatives. Yeah, that's right. They're not supposed to even have these things until they're like 10. And even that's still, they say, a little too young. The report from the 101 Critical Days Foundation and the IID Research Group involved a survey, a focus group of literature review to examine the extent and the potential impact of infant screen use. The findings demonstrate a reality gap between government advice and everyday life, the foundation said. Will Quince, the former Education and Health Minister and Chief Executive of the foundation, added, "The burden of screen time cannot fall solely on parents. Tech companies must wake up to the realities of the impact of screen time on babies. Content ratings and currently misleading parents rating content as suitable for all ages or suitable for 0 plus. We are calling on major tech companies to urgently review these standards." Well, this sounds like they're trying to tie into the online internet ID type of thing. I think this is a push for that too. But, in my opinion, these companies shouldn't be allowed to make pink and baby blue tablets that attract children. You've got movies coming out that's got kids with phones on it. They're with phones and they're obviously kids on a cartoon and stuff like that. And of course, kids see that and they want one. They see mommy and daddy on their phone. They gotta have one. They see an actor on their phone. They gotta have a phone. So it's not just the companies. It's not just the parents. It's pretty much everybody. And there should be some sort of maybe a law written, that you can't let them use that stuff until 10 and up. And if you're caught with it, mommy and daddy gets fined. You can't make it too much, but something that they can tell their kids, no, because we'll get a ticket, blah, blah, blah. You're not old enough. The law says, that might have some standing with them. I don't know. As far as children, they usually tend to use law and the authority type thing. They tend to understand that. In a review of the current research, researchers found evidence linking screen time to poorer outcomes for children, including an increased risk of obesity, short-sightedness, sleep and behavioral difficulties, and later challenges with friendships. Yeah, I bet, because they spend their whole life inside of a internet instead of outside, building forts and learning those types of skills to communicate. Just think about it. I mean, if you're a kid and you're trying to talk to another kid and, but you got your phone, you just rather look at your phone. But if you don't have I built a fort. Yeah, I built a fort. I mean, I remember being a kid and that was kind of the thing. It was like, who could build a cooler fort, you know what I mean? And because of that, you had to go and talk to them. You had to go to their fort. You had to be their friend. You had to be their enemy. either way, I mean, that type of outside stuff, that's good for kids. I mean, really, you're supposed to be outside at a young age, I think. I'm not saying kick them out of the house completely, no, but I'm just saying they need to build forts. Girls need to have little baby dolls, and they need to have little kitchen sets, things like that. That take their mind off of that, even wanting to look at a screen. Um, as an adult, yeah, I don't. Hey, I like looking at screens. I like reading. I like doing all that stuff. Of course, it's not. I'm older. I'm not a child. Let's see here. Dame Anderson Leeson, the founder of 1001 Foundation, says screens are the challenge of our time, and this research demonstrates a critical area where parents urgently need more support. It's joyful but hard work having a small baby, and we should be doing everything possible to make it easier, not harder. Another thing is that these things put off a lot of, like radiation. It's what's it called from the Wi-Fi? I can't think of it. But you just don't. They say you want to keep these things 3 feet away from you. You don't really want to carry them on you. My brother passed on, going on about 2 months now, and he had cancer on the side of his head, and it was basically from his phone because he was on it all the time. He slept on it. He did, stupid stuff. I'll say that. Doing stuff like that. He knew better. I don't know why, but he's gone now, and it's because of that cell phone. And then you've got your infants sleeping next to these things, watching these things, putting off that Wi-Fi juice. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's going to be the worst part of it when they start getting cancer at 3 years old. The research also revealed why children and parents use screens, with families reporting children doing so for educational purposes, entertainment, play, and to communicate and bond with others. Parents, meanwhile, use screens to occupy or distract children, which help caregivers to complete domestic duties, paid employment, and other caring responsibilities. Yeah, I don't think that's what a caregiver's duties are, is to distract your child. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I just found this study very interesting, knowing what little bit I know about screen damage to eyes. 10 and up that's about the lowest age. Now, when I was a kid, I watched television. I mean, I watched movies. I wasn't near as close as this child here, and I don't even think at that age didn't even give a shit about a TV or anything. At this little gal's age, I probably still really didn't care much about television. I'm sure I was wanting to play with my toys. I don't know. It's a messed up world. All I can do is report a few things on it and vent about it. Anyway, like, subscribe, help me out a little bit, and thank you.